All right. All right. Good evening, everyone. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Tonight is Tuesday night, so we are doing our scheduled how-to dispatch, how-to broker training for tonight. And I'm here with the members of the National Dispatchers Network. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We're not going to be very long. I know because we spent a long time on here last night. So I promised my wife that we wouldn't be on here very long today. We was on here until what? It was like after midnight. So I don't know how we ran over that long, but we did. So tonight is going to be kind of quick, fast, and in a hurry. But we're here. I want to thank you all. We are not broadcasting live on Facebook right now, but we are recording. Only reason why I'm not broadcasting live because I'm on my little tablet. I'm upstairs. I don't have it plugged in. I'm going off of battery power, and I kind of want to get this done before my thing runs out of power. And if I start broadcasting all over the place, it's going to draw more power. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing great.
All right, great. All right, y'all gonna have to. Great. Now, some quick announcements. Let me start sharing my screen.
Oh, try to copy.
I didn't know we were supposed to decorate the car and stuff. I could have put my hair on there.
Somebody's got a whole conversation going on.
My bad, Cal.
You gotta have to either mute your mics or keep that to a minimum now, okay? One moment here. Let me start sharing my screen here. What am I screen sharing at? Okay, here we go. So what's going on with my thing here? All right, here it is. Now I'm seeing it. All right, let's start sharing. All right, now we are sharing. I thought we were sharing. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right, there we go. All right, just make sure y'all can see it. All right. So what we've noticed is that the amount of freight has picked back up. Because y'all remember for a while there was very little freight out there for about a couple of weeks. But now that we've gotten into this, more into the new normal thing, we're getting more and more freight. My tablet showing everything in small, so I got to lean up over onto this platform because my tablet is showing everything in very, very small amounts. So let's go over here to the dispatcher tools and resources. We go over here to the back office area. Make sure everybody can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So as you all notice, there was limited amount of freight out there for a while, but as you can see now, it's starting to pick back up. Now, does that mean that the rates are going back up? I'm not gonna jump in and say that's the case so far. Okay, so it's kind of like a wait and see. So, but there have been some decent rates. I mean, it's not all bad. There have been decent rates. Let's go to the load map. All right, as you can see here, look at the load map. We're looking in Florida. Florida's up to 927, loads in Florida. And Alabama is up to 1,514. Remember a couple of weeks ago, Alabama was down to like, 300 or 400, 600 loads. Georgia was way down under 500. It's back up to about 1,192 loads. Texas has been holding steady around somewhere between that 1,400 and that 1,900 mark. So it's still holding pretty steady. If we go up here to some places that was before having 27 and 30 loads up here in South Dakota and Montana, 373 loads now versus a couple of weeks ago, they was down to what, like 30 some loads. So things are starting to make its make its comeback as far as the number of loads. Now, let's take a look at what the rates are. Okay, to kind of get a gauge on this. Let's look at the rates and see what the rates are doing. Let's check Texas out here real quick. And let's just do a gaze of all the different freight that's out there. And I'm gonna see if I can do my straight dispatch. Hold on here. Let me punch in one of my license keys and see what happens. I might not be able to log in, but we're gonna see. Because I'm logged in downstairs, that's why. Let me try my other one. See if I can log in on that one. Someone would try to call up right about now. Hold on for a second, you all. This is Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We're right in the middle of our Tuesday night training live session. Can you give me a call back in about 1 hour? All right, thank you. Bye. All right. I'm not going to be able to get into my straight dispatch because I'm logged in downstairs, and it's not going to let me log in on two different computers. But let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, let's go look at. I'm gonna have to do this old-fashioned way. I'm gonna do this old-fashioned way. All right, so we're looking at loads are leaving out of Annenberg. Of course, when you got these 1,900 trip miles and $4,000, that's just under $2 per mile. It's probably gonna be just right at $2 per mile on something like that. These are low paying freight right here, 2,700 miles and paying $4,000. That's under $2 per mile, way under. 2,006 miles paying 3,900. That's just under $2 per mile also. So 22 and 34, under two. Here again, we've got a lot of freight that's still under $2 per mile, as you all can see here. And a lot of this is even reefers and flatbeds. Reefers normally don't go that low, but the sign of the times right now, with 3,400 bucks, 1,979 miles, that's under $2 per mile. So yeah, but let me see here. See if I can find something that's got some good looking freight without using my straight dispatch. I done got so dependent on the straight dispatch, I done got lazy. Hold on here. We get so used to using that. Here's one 900 and that's $2,007. That's over $2 per mile. 1,900 on 1,400 miles. It's still looking kind of close as far as the rates per mile. So, but we're still looking at about 68 to 70% of loads out there are still under $2 per mile. Okay, and that's no real surprise because I kind of expected that, but I was expecting that we would get some rates that were showing. Here's one that's still $2 per mile. So that looks like that's about the trend, at least in Texas. And we're just looking up, just across the board here. There's one 369 miles, and it's paying $1,050. So that's a little over $3. Right about 3 and some change. Does somebody want to calculate that real quick? 369 miles 1,050. So that's what? 360, the 1,050 divided by 369. Let's put it up real quick. So you got 1,060 divided by 369. Showing y'all the old-fashioned way of doing this thing. That gives us $2.87 per mile. Okay, but it's still not. I mean, it's not bad, but it's there's nothing to kick your heels up over, right?
Right.
So that's about the best we're seeing so far. I see some short rate lows. 319, 996, about the same. 6, no, that's less than that. So, averaging around, twos and, a little less than $2 per mile, just over $2 per mile. That looks like the way it's kind of, I'm working out. Because I'm looking at even some of the short loads now this one at 147 miles, that one's paying $744. So that's a pretty good, rate. $744, 147 miles, 744 divided by 147. That gives you $5.06 per mile. So that's about the best we've seen so far. And you ought to get an education on how to calculate this the old-fashioned way. Okay, this is how we do it. Before Mr. Khalid, came up with the straight dispatch. Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this: the best way to appreciate something is to have to go without using it, right? And I can't say this enough to Mr. Khalid. We really appreciate you for developing and creating that software. Because when I say it really speed things up, y'all can see how much slower that we operate with without using it, right? Are y'all awake tonight? I know I didn't get much sleep last week or so, but I thought maybe y'all was getting some sleep.
I did a 3-column spreadsheet that I put the rate in miles, and it calculates the cents per mile.
You do what now?
I created a 3-column on the Excel.
Yeah.
And just did a couple functions in there that I can put the rate and the miles, and then it calculates the cents per mile.
Okay, so you put the rate, but you got to put the rate and the miles in.
Yes.
Okay, well that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I still prefer to use the straight dispatch because all I got to do is go up here and click.
That's much better. It gives you close proximity and the higher rates. So this is still individual lines, but this is
but this is how we do it, the old-fashioned way without straight dispatch. Now, let's backtrack here a little bit. We've had some new people come on. Hopefully, it was all getting in. I'm pretty good. But I want everybody to remember, if you're first coming to the platform, one of the first things that I really want you all to do is I want you to go and review the How to Dispatch series. And if you all are trying to figure out what that is, it's in the video library, okay? It's in the video library. We have to go over here to the video. I'm on my tablet, so these things are a little small right now. On my video library.
Yeah, I found that yesterday, and that's my Bible.
Yeah, I'm hitting the wrong thing here. I don't know why my screen is so small now. Hold on here. Let me see if I can change this. I don't know what's going on with my screen. Let's see if I can change this. If I can do my my numbers and stuff on my screen are like very, very tiny. I don't know if y'all are seeing this, but my numbers are very tiny. I'm trying to figure out why that is.
Look in your fonts in your settings, maybe.
Just pinch and open like how you would do your cell phone.
I just saw it up here a second ago, then it disappeared on me. All right. It says I'm zoomed at 100%. I'm gonna have to take it up a notch, like the old people. Take it up about I'm gonna take it up to about 150.
They came about 170, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it up to like 150. You know, so I can. But then when I do that, it kind of. I mean, you know what I mean? It kind of focused me out of.
Yeah, you're out of range, out of focus.
Yeah.
You're not in the screen, really.
Yeah, I don't know what's
You're
going on.
way out there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Maybe, as like I was saying, maybe your font size might help.
I don't know what's going
Settings.
on. I don't know what's going on with this computer, but and I haven't used this one in quite a while, so. But this is really just starting to irk me. Zoom, edit. This is really starting to irk me. All right, let's see if I can get to the video library. All right, there we go. So what you're gonna be looking for, you're gonna be looking for the How to Dispatch series. Now, for those of you that are just coming on, the How to Dispatch series, it gives you all the steps of what you need to know from start to finish. So you got to go over here to the very first one where it says how to locate the owner operator. That's your very first thing, is locating the owner operators. Okay. Once you and we go over and it tells you where you can find your owner operators at in the back office tools and resources. It tells you where to go to find operators, and then from there it goes over and tells you about the pitch. And we go over the pitch and we do some role playing, do some live calls and things like that. So you'll be able to go in there and see how the pitch is done, and just teach you about the pitch and how it should be delivered. And then of course it takes you over and shows you the dispatch training on the dispatch agreement and the carrier profile. Okay, because this is what you're gonna need to send to the carrier. It shows you how to send it, shows you when to send it, and it tells you about the profile form, and it tells you where to find both of those at. And it goes into a lot of detail on that. Then the next one, it goes right into part 4 in load management. Now this is details for you how to find loads, how to use the straight dispatch helper, how to, everything you need to do to find loads and how to do load management. I think we even talk about putting your carriers on short run loads and showing you how to find the interconnecting loads so that you can put them on shorter run loads, paying them more money. At the end, it tells you how to call the brokers back and get them set up on dedicateds and things like that. And then after that, we go into how to do load confirmation. Once you find the load, you got to confirm it with the broker and get that load dispatched over to your carrier. We talk about the rate cons. We talk about make sure you read the rate cons, because if you don't read the rate con, that's the opportunity for what? The broker to kind of mess with you there. Okay, they may stiff you on some things if you're not reading that rate con. So you send that over to tell you about how to send it back over to your carrier, what to look for. We also talk about filling out the carrier broker agreement, because if you call the broker to verify load and the broker tells you that carrier needs to fill out a carrier broker agreement, we tell you how to do that and how to save that. And therefore, the next time you run across that situation where you got to do a carrier broker agreement, you won't even have to worry about calling the carrier anymore. You can just fill it out yourself, and then you can either shoot over to the carrier and say, hey, can you sign this or can you okay this? Bam, you get to go, and it'll move things along a lot faster. after the load has been dispatched and the carrier has picked it up and delivered it, we talk about doing what? Invoicing. How to call the broker back a day and a half later after the carrier has sent you the bill of lading and the carrier's invoice. How do you send it over to the broker? Then once you send it over to the broker, a day and a half later, you call the broker back. Mr. Broker, how you doing? I'm calling to check the status of my carrier's pay on load number blase, blase, blase. The broker then tells you that carrier got paid yesterday, or that carrier is getting paid today, or that carrier is to be paid in the next 2 to 3 days. Either way, that's time for you to go to your Square account or whatever invoicing software you're using, and it's time to create what? The invoice that you're going to send over to the carrier. In this area here, we also show you quickly how to set up your invoices with Square and how to create those and how to send those out. And when you send it out, it goes out to them by email, and we show you how to text it to them at the same time. And that way they got 2 versions of the invoice, one on their phone and one on their email on their computer. So you know they got it. And all they've got to do is what? Click on it, touch it, click on it, put their credit card information in, and hit submit. Pay the invoice. Comes right back to your Square account. You can transfer it right to your bank account. That's the process. Okay. It's not any more complicated than that, but that's the process. And if you watch these series of videos, you'll have a real good head start at understanding how you need to go about finding the carriers, pitching the carriers, sending the carriers the invoice, getting the carriers signed up to your dispatch agreement, finding the loads, verifying the loads with the broker, getting the rate confirmations, getting the carrier signed up with the broker, the load gets dispatched, how to get the bill of ladings, send it back to the broker, and how to call the broker back and get clarification and confirmation on the carrier's pay, and finally, how to how to invoice your carrier so you can get paid. That's the process. And if you just focus on that process, okay? If you focus on that process and that process, alone, and don't worry about all the other stuff that's outside of that, because we've talked about in the past about noise. A lot of times you all get distracted. You can get distracted by a lot of outside stuff or stuff that goes on within the industry that ain't got nothing to do with you finding loads and calling up your carriers and pitching your carriers. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. But you get caught up in all this other stuff, that really don't have anything to do with the hill of beans. So if you can find a way to stay focused on just what you're supposed to be doing, you'll find that you get in a nice little groove, right? You get used to the process. Before you know it, you won't even need to look at this stuff. You just know how to do it just automatically. And the more and more you do it, the better you get at it. The better you get at overcoming objections, because you done did it, so many times now. Then it just becomes just an automatic thing. Okay, and that's really the key to being successful as an independent dispatcher, is learning the steps and just sticking to the steps and not worry about all the other stuff that comes along with this industry. Because there's a lot of things that can distract you. A lot of things, you start. Some people call me up and say, "Hey, how do I calculate lane rates?" What do you mean, how you calculate lane rates? What you doing? I mean, are you a broker? Do you have 50 trucks that you trying to put into a lane? No. Then why you didn't know how to calculate? Why are you so concerned about calculating lane rate right now? Let's concentrate on getting some carriers signed up, and you dispatch some freight and get some money going. And then when you run into a situation where you got a huge carrier network that says, we want to sign on to you, but we need to keep our 25 trucks running, right? Then you can call me up and say, hey, I need to schedule a private consultation. I got a guy that wants me to sign up with me. He's got 25 trucks, and I didn't know how to find some lanes that I can put them on. Then we can talk about calculating lane rates. You don't need to start filling your head up with stuff that doesn't have anything to do with you making money right now. Because your main goal is to get the process down, and start making money. And then once you get that down, you got that down pat. And that's kind of an automatic thing now, because now you got something you can go to without even thinking about it that you're gonna make money on, right? Then you can start looking at, okay, well, if I get a big carrier group and now I need to know how to find these, calculate these lane rates and that type of thing. But don't get caught up in stuff that has no real value to you at that particular time. Okay, concentrate on the things you need to concentrate on the right here and now that is going to help you to make money. Okay, so and I'm saying this for the new people because we got a lot of new people, because there's a lot of people losing jobs. Uber just put 3,500 workers, drivers out of work. I don't know if y'all watching the news, but a lot of them are gonna be looking for work. As I came on, a young lady just called to the recruitment line, line 2. That's the recruitment line. Somebody's calling, asking about the platform, how can they get on with it, and that type of stuff. We've had so many new people to join our platform in the last 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, it's just crazy. And about 70 to 80% of them never even, work in the trucking industry or the freight industry whatsoever, which is kind of good because new people tend to do the best. They tend to pick it up faster. Okay, they tend to pick it up faster. They tend to do the best at it because they just kind of do what we tell them to do. They don't know any. And they don't know any better than to do, but just what we tell them to do. So they just do it. They just go with it, and lo and behold, it works, and they do very, very well at it. Now, auto hauling had kind of dropped off. Darren, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Had you noticed that for a while the auto hauling had got kind of weak?
Got really weak.
Yeah, and the reason for that is car dealerships were not selling cars. Okay, if they're not selling cars, they don't need the inventory anymore, and people are not moving around as much as they used to, so they don't need to move cars like they did before. With all this, shelter in place and, stay at home and that type of stuff, people are not really moving around. They're not moving from city to city. They're not scheduling moves and that type of thing. The car dealers are not selling cars because people are not coming out to the car dealerships, and things of that nature. So they kind of, slacked off on stuff moving from the auctions and things of that nature. So, but I got 2 trains of thought on that. Okay, you gotta, our government officials are really pushing the narrative that we need to open the country back up for the economy and that type of thing. And there's been a lot of pushback over the stay-at-home orders and wearing your mask in public and all that type of stuff. There's been a lot of pushback on it, and there's a lot of pressure on the current administration to get the the economy back up and going and open up the cities and get people back to work. But here's the good and the bad. What I predict is gonna happen with that. They are gonna rush to open the country back up. Okay, and for about a good 3, 4, 5 weeks, it's gonna be like a spark, like a boom, right? When you have this rush to people going to car dealerships, buying cars, people, the freight's gonna come back, it's gonna get real good. There's gonna be a lot of money being made for about 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then, unfortunately, I think there's gonna be a spike in infections. There's going to be a huge spike. In fact, bigger than what we've seen before. It's going to be a lot of deaths, right? It's going to scare the hell out of a lot of people. Then businesses are going to have to shut down again. And this time when they shut down, a lot of them ain't coming back. Because it's going to be a lot worse than it was before. So, you know, you can take that for what it is, but that's just the way I see it going down. And all indications, all of the medical experts and the people who are in the know and who are not political, they'll tend to agree with that synopsis. So we have to be, and in this industry, what's going to happen is when that happens, the trucking industry is going to be feeling the pressure once again. Okay, y'all see how bad it got when everyone was trying to get stuff and long lines, and trucks couldn't get to the stuff, and trucks couldn't drop the stuff off, and plants closing down and all that type of stuff. It's just going to be that same situation, but 10 times worse if we're not careful. Okay, that's just how it's going to go. Okay, and I don't want you all to be disillusioned into thinking that because we get that spike in rates going up and more freight, and you're going to get that feeling, oh, things are bite popping, it's bite popping, it's bite popping. All I'm telling you is that when things are popping like that, save for a rainy day. Okay? Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves, because when it starts popping like that, you got all these people out, this is that, you're going to have a huge spike in a new infection rate. And then they're not going to have any choice but to shut everything down. And that time, the next time they shut everything down, it won't be a shelter-in-place order. It will be a curfew. It will be a what do we call it? A
mandatory curfew.
Yeah, but it's something else you call it.
Martial law or something?
Yeah, it would be a martial law. Okay, it won't be a well, we're asking you to stay at home. We're kind of asking you to self quarantine. We're kind of asking you. There ain't gonna be no asking you. Okay, because it's gonna get to the point to where it's gonna be like, well, look, I asked you. I said first I suggested it. Then I asked you. Now I'm telling you. You understand? And there's a difference in those. Okay, a big difference. And when it gets to that point, you can look for a lot of stuff to just completely dry up. I'm not trying to be gloom and doom, but I'm just trying to make sure that you all are prepared to weather the coming storm. It's going to be some sunny days that's going to come. It's going to seem like it's nice and ready to go, but then it's going to hit to some bad spots. That's going to kind of leave everybody, really, really wondering now. But
gather your acorns.
Exactly. But the trucking industry will fare pretty well compared to all of the other industries. If there's any industry that you can still make money in during those times, it is going to be in this industry. Why? Because supplies still need to move, right? Regardless of what's going on. The supplies are still going to move. You won't be moving as much of the stuff you used to move, as you all can tell with the necessary or the stuff that's deemed essential, but supplies will still move, and you all are gonna see us as independent dispatch firms. Here's what's gonna happen. It's kind of like a 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the next. You all are gonna see a spike in companies that have 20, 30, and 40, and 50 trucks reaching out to you all. Y'all probably have already started seeing it. They're going to be reaching out to you all because they need to keep their medium-sized fleets going. So you all are going to sign up you're probably going to sign up quite a few medium-sized fleets, which is something that you historically were not able to do because they had their loads already figured out. They had shippers and their customers already. So you were dealing mostly with the carriers who was 1 to 5 trucks. But that medium-sized fleet market is going to open up to you all, and it's gonna seem like it opened up all of a sudden. But you're gonna get inquiries from guys who own 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 trucks. And they're gonna be looking to you and your network to help them find freight for all of their trucks. So you all are gonna be signing some contracts with, with not just the owner of that truck, but with the owner of that company to dispatch for all their trucks. Now, when that happens, you got to be smart about how you manage those trucks. And you want to make sure that you don't give them the impression that you are going to be their knight in shining armor. And you're going to be able to find them all the freight like they was running before, because you are not. But what you are going to be able to do, you're going to be able to have, when we talked about you all having conversations with your carriers and having real pointed conversation with them and getting down to the nitty gritty. Look, Mr. Trucking Company, Mr. Carrier, Mr. Owner, let's get a real clear understanding of what you want, what we can realistically do, and how we can make it work out as best we can in the situation that we're in. Okay, so if you're telling me that you've got 30 trucks up in the Midwest, in Nebraska or whatever case, and you used to running your refrigerator loads down to Florida, and you got them all on these back and forth runs where you run them down, they make 4 or 5 drops. They got paid, 7, 8, 9 grand coming down from Nebraska down to Florida, down to Texas, down over to California, that type of thing. And then they would find their backhauls back, and then they would get back up there on their money runs. Well, now you don't have your money run anymore. That brought you down, right? And it's not going to be the way it used to be, where you would find loads, where you would have your money run coming down, and then my job would be just to find you backhauls, right? Now that's not the case. So now what we got to do now is, because if you're coming from up here in that Midwest area, Utah, Wyoming, y'all see how light them loads is up there, right? 29 loads, some light loads, 174, some light loads, right? So 72 over here in New Mexico, some light loads, right? So your conversation with them is going to be, instead of me finding you a route that runs you down and then, and put you on some type of dedicated route that runs you down and then find you the backhauls back, why don't I find an area for your trucks to migrate to? Not just make a trip down and back up, to literally migrate to. And then once they get down there, they're gonna have to stay there for a few weeks and just run in the areas where the loads are more abundant. Y'all see what we're talking about? So instead of trying to find them stuff that runs them down and then runs them back up, runs them down, runs back up, that's not gonna be, too feasible, right? That's going to be a difficult task at best. That's not going to be feasible. So what you want to do is you want to identify the areas that have an abundance of loads, like Illinois, Florida, Texas, California, right? Even up here in Washington State. Look at how many loads are up there now. Y'all see that? 1,075 loads. You normally don't have that many loads up there in Washington State, but you got loads up there now, right? So you're gonna find these areas. I'm in Indiana, 1,700 loads. The Illinois, 1,100 loads. You're gonna find these areas that you're gonna run these guys from North Dakota, 70 loads. You're gonna run them down to the next closest spot that has an abundance of freight, an abundance of loads. So you're gonna run them from here and try to find some stuff just to get them down here. You're gonna have to zigzag a little bit to get them down here. But once you get them down here in Illinois, then they can run a tri-state run, right? Or a 2-state. They can just concentrate on 2 states there. Indiana and the Illinois, because they're right there close to each other, right? That's like running in, in Arizona, the state of the size of Texas. That's not even the size of Texas, but those two combined got more loads than the state of Texas, right? So wouldn't it make sense to run carriers out from over here, straight across over here, and then you just run them in and out of these two states right here? And make sure that you prepare them for the fact that they're gonna have to stay there for about maybe 3 or 4 weeks, or at least for the week, and then go home on the weekend and then come back over here, right? Because you're not trying to make them rich, because you can't make them rich in this time. You're trying to weather them through the storm. That's your role right now, is to get them through the storm, get them through this period where it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be, not a whole lot of freight going on here and there. You all's job, or our job, is going to be to kind of get them through the storm. Okay, so you got to have some serious conversation with them, and you got to have something. Well, I don't want to. Yeah, I understand you don't want to. I mean, but right now you sick. You got the flu, and this castor oil is what's going to make you better. I know it don't taste good. But you got to take it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's going to get you better. Those are the kind of conversations y'all going to have. Okay? And you got to be real straightforward with them. You got to be real convincing with them. And some of them you might have to slap them upside the head. Get a hold of yourself. This is not what it used to be. This is what it is now. Slap them back. You got to slap them back to reality. Don't literally slap anybody, but you know what I'm talking about. Don't go out and say, Calvin told me to slap y'all. Slap beside the head. Don't do that. Okay? Don't literally slap people, but you got to have a hard, harsh conversation with them about they're gonna have to make some changes and make some sacrifices in order to survive this real bad spurt that we're coming up on. Okay, so and you got these guys up here in Vermont with 13 loads and 31 loads and 71 loads and 23 loads, and they're used to running in over here, into Iowa and Indiana and the Illinois and things of that nature. So they're used to doing that. Now, if you can run some down here to the now if y'all want to know where a good tri-state area is, I'm telling you what a good tri-state area is right now. Florida, Georgia, Alabama. That's a good tri-state area right now. Florida, Georgia, Alabama. If you're looking for some good lanes, this is about the best tri-state you have right now. This right here. Okay? That's about the best you have right now. Because you got some loads that's running in Florida, that's probably still paying some decent rates if you're running those short runs. If you're running some short runs in Florida, you still got some stuff down there that's that's looking kind of decent. 1,100 miles. The long stuff is not what's really paying like that, but it's the short stuff. Let's find some short loads. See if we can find some short loads. We're going down here, get these load numbers down. 700, 1,400, a little under 2. Then we're coming on down. Where my short loads at? Let's go on down here to find some of these real short loads. Let's jump over. Hold up. My bad. Radius, state, zip code. Let's say 100 miles. Let's say 50 miles. All right, search again. This is why I miss my straight dispatch. This is why I really miss my straight dispatch. Hold on here. And this really, really highlights how much faster straight dispatch makes this process, right? Because if we have straight dispatch, we can just be seeing highlighted loads and go right to it. Bop, 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 bop. So, 6, 9. This is almost $2, 3, 5 to 8. Nope. Let's go on down and find some short loads. I gotta find some shorter ones. All right. 300 loads, 300 miles. All right, 278 to 450, 210 to 450. All right, 62 Plant City to Orlando. Now we talk about these short runs. $62 from Plant City to Orlando, $400. Okay, that's a short, good paying load. Okay, that's well above what, $5 per mile almost, right? Then you run down here. I know y'all probably say, well, there's 11-mile run right here from Plant City to Lakeland, $350. Right? 11 miles, $350. Right? Now you all are probably saying, yeah, but that's just $350. Yeah, but look at this though. If you're here in Plant City, right? If you're in Plant City, if you take that 11-mile run, or if you're here also in Plant City, right? You got a 62-mile run. That's $400. Right? So you run up there, it's only 62 miles, you can run right back to Plant City and grab that 11-mile run and run that $350, and you make yourself what? You got 2 loads, you can run both those loads on the same day, right? You go ahead and call the broker up and say, Mr. Broker, I got a carrier that wants to run both those loads. And he can run them both. So you right there, in Plant City, you're gonna run 62 miles, get it early in the morning, grab that one, run it, drop it, come back, grab this one, run it, drop it. He done ran up there and bite, he got a deadhead bite, whatever. If you can find him a short run bite, but I wouldn't waste my time trying to do that. I would just run it, right? Drop it, deadhead bite, grab that one, run it, and you got what? 350 plus what? What's that? What is it? 350 plus 400?
750.
Yeah, that's 750. And he still got time on his clock to run some what? Another load or 2 if you find him a couple more short loads. Now, if you contact that broker and you ask that broker, does that load run every day like that? Now what are you doing? If those 2 loads run every day like that, and you can get him on them, you got a real good, short, dedicated run just hopping back and forth, right?
Setting the driver up.
Yeah, especially for times like this. That's what I mean by the short loads is if you can get them down to areas like this and find them some short run loads that's paying some good money. You in the get-go then. Here it is, Bristol, a 41-mile run, paying $250, going to Havana. That's right down the road from me. I got people that live in Havana. Okay, Bristol to Havana. That looks like that's a repeat run because it's, the same broker, but they got 2 of those runs that run, and those 2 runs probably run every day. How do we know this? Because they're offered by the same broker. Now, if they were offered by different brokers, I would say that's just the same run, just 2 different brokers that they have the same load. You see what I'm saying? But when you got the same broker that's got those 2 of those, that's a what we call a double tap load. It runs twice that day, and it may run more than twice that day. But you gotta start, you got to dig deeper into your load management skills in times like this. I'm not saying that's going to be easy, but you can still manage it to where you can still make some money and your carriers can still make some money. Now, are you going to be able to get all your carriers on like this? Probably not, because it's slim pickings right now, right? But you can get enough of them on like that it's going to keep your bills paid and keep their bills paid, right? And that's the name of the game right now. You want to keep the lights on. You want to keep the bills paid. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now, and this is the hand that we've been dealt. But this is also the times when some pressure. He either make diamonds or it's gonna make what? I mean, diamonds or mashed potatoes, right? Enough pressure can mold you into something great. So, you all are gonna have to rely more on your load management skills and finding loads that run these guys down, and you get them into some good situations, and then you kind of call those brokers back and you kind of map those out and you make those into some dedicated runs during this time. Because you just don't have a lot of this stuff like it used to be. Okay, when I tell you all that 68 is probably close to about 80% of the loads out there now are below $2 per mile. Okay, it really is. But then again, that's kind of not a bad thing for us, because we've got the upcoming new business, Assurance USA. And with freight being so low, that's going to prompt a lot of people, a lot of owner operators to sign up for the Assurance USA. It's going to get a lot of them. Okay. I know we talk about that a lot lately, but it's worth talking about. Okay. Yeah, we are dispatching, but we have created something that goes hand in hand with your dispatching that's going to make you probably 1,000 times more money than your dispatcher. But they both go hand in hand. And it's times like these that's going to bring attention to those type of things that people are going to need more and more and more. Okay. Let's have a quick Q&A real quick. But what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. I told my wife I'd be done by 9:30, 9:45. All right, let's have a quick Q&A. Okay. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on the night, because I was with you all until about 12:30 last night. That's a long time. Matter of fact, that went on for so long, I had to transfer that recording to the cloud, to the my cloud account with Zoom, and it took a long time for it to load up. So it finally got loaded up. So I have it up tonight before I go to bed. But that was over for almost 5 hours. We went from 8 to 9, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. We wrapped up about 12:30, 12:45 last night. We were on for quite some time. So that's
is that available for somebody who missed it?
Yeah, it will be available tonight. It will be available once I get off. So it just finished really processing, but I had to do it. I couldn't do it on my computer. I had to do it on the Zoom's cloud account. So I had to save it to Zoom's cloud account, let them process it, and then I had to go. I got to go back in and pull it up, and then download it, and the zip file, and then upload it to YouTube.
I've been running everything off of 2 iPhones that I have so far. I'm just a beginner, but I guess I got to go and get a laptop, because sometimes I don't see what's on your screen.
Yeah,
and I didn't get straight dispatch either, but I could tell that I'm already behind as far as seeing what I'm able to see on my phone and what yours is showing on the screens, it looks at least like it's more. I don't know.
Yeah, look, this platform, because our site has a lot of flash, a lot of moving parts in it, and we have a lot of stuff that we, a lot of tools and resources that we work within our back office site. So you're gonna need a good, a laptop computer that has some good storage space. Like this tablet does pretty good. It's got 1 terabyte of space, and this is a tablet. It's one of those ones that you can fold over and bend it back over and tablet.
Yeah, I got an iPad Pro on its way, and then I didn't know if that was gonna be enough, but I didn't know if the iPad Pro was gonna be enough, or if I was just gonna have to get a laptop. But
it's okay, but a laptop is gonna be better for you when you're trying to book freight.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of screens open. You're gonna need that mouse, and you're gonna need something you can just type on instead of trying to touch that screen, and that's gonna become a real hassle. Okay. And time is money in this industry. That's why the straight dispatch is so important, because it saves you. When I say straight dispatch, puts you so far ahead of the game, and really, all y'all need to get on the chat group and say, thank you, Khalid. We appreciate you with that straight dispatch, because we're here trying to operate on without it, because I got it loaded up downstairs, and I forgot to enable it down there so I can use it, up here. But and you all are seeing how much slower it is to do calculations. When that straight dispatch, you just hit it, set it, then you search, and it just boom, lights everything up. You go straight to your loads, and think how fast that is when you're dealing with, your carriers. How quickly you can find loads, in what they're looking for. So,
that was my hiccup today. I actually ended up calling somebody and couldn't even get to the pitch because I panicked in the form of didn't know what else to do. I had to pass them off, but I'm in it. I'm gonna grab one tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, so let's go back over here. What was I about to do? I was about to do something.
Mr. Butler, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have been trying to get in touch with Khalid, and he's not responding to me.
All right. He's not going to respond if you try to call him. He's not going to respond if you send him an email.
On the email, I did.
No, that's not the way to get in touch with it. Can anybody tell him what's the best way to get in touch with Khalid?
On the chat group page.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that twice, yesterday and today.
Well, he'll get right with you. He's probably really, really busy right now because, it's a lot's going on. But if you're normally going through the chat group and you tag him in it,
yeah,
and then he'll normally respond back to you. Like, you get up here, and you're in this chat group right here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Chat support group 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in that one, and what's your name?
Michael.
Which one are you?
Second one.
Michael Taylor. All right. Michael Taylor is trying to contact Khalid. Now, if you tag him like that, you hit send, he will get it.
All right.
If you haven't been tagging him, he's not gonna see it.
Well, I've been tagging him at Khalid Hodge, letting him know that I'm trying to sign up. Actually, I already did sign up. I went on $14.
Yeah,
so.
But why'd you sign up for $14?
Well, I went to his page, and that's where.
See, everybody, where do you go to get the discount? Don't give the web address, but where do you get the link from?
After watching the video.
No, when you receive your new members welcome packet, right?
Yeah.
There's a link that we send you for members only.
Oh, well, that's,
If you don't use that link, you're not gonna get our discount.
yeah, that's been 2 months ago.
But you gotta use our link. Get with me tomorrow, and I'll get with Khalid, and we'll figure out a way to get it back to you. But look, the straight dispatch, he normally charge everyone else somewhere between $14 and $19.99 per month, I think. Right?
Yeah, I think it was like 15 bucks.
Yeah, we get it for $9.99.
Right.
Because we're part of the same network that he's a part of. Okay.
Right.
But the only way we get that is you all have to use the special link that he gave us to give to you all. Now, we don't put that link on our thing because we don't want other people who are not part of the platform to just go and start using that link. So that's why we send it to you all with your new members welcome packet, because only people who are subscription paying members get the new members welcome packet, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't read the new members welcome packet, then you're gonna miss out on some discounts. That's why it's very important, like I always say, to read the entire packet and follow the instructions step by step. Because they say it will not only save you money, and it'll also help you to get acclimated with the back office tools and resources, a lot faster, a lot smoother. You know what's going on. So, that new members welcome packet, we send it to you all. We created it for a reason, okay? Because it has vital information on how to get completely acclimated with the platform. All right.
Yeah, I got all about it. Like I said, it's been about 2 months, actually about almost 3 months. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, make sure you use the links that's in that new members welcome packet. That's where you're gonna get your discount dollars. Because if he's got so many people using his software now. If you contact him and say, "Hey, if you're not using that link, he don't know that you're a member of our platform."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to use that link because that's the link that gets you all your discounts. Okay.
All right.
All right. For those now, if you have questions, y'all chime in and just ask questions.
I got a question.
Yeah.
And I know you're right about the welcome packet because I was a pain in your posterior, but once I understood how it works, I got it, and I'm learning. And it's moving in it, and I'm sucking it in, and I'm understanding. My question is, how do we know, or how can we be assured that after we put together a packet, we put the load is delivered and done, and we send back the BOL, how do we know that the driver is going to pay us?
You don't. I mean, not 100%. But then again, nothing is 100%. You don't know if you're going to wake up in the morning. You don't know if you're going to roll out of bed and slip and break your neck. That's just life. There is no business model. There is no business model anywhere that guarantees you 100% success 100% of the time. And even when you have success, there's no business model that guarantees that you're going to get paid on that success. Even McDonald's, you have customers that have a chance to come back and complain and say, I don't want this, I want my money back, and you have to refund money. So there is not a business model made that gives you 100% guarantees. Okay, that's just not how it's done. That's not the nature of business. But what you can do is you can lessen, right? You can lessen the chance to a great almost certainty, but you're never going to be 100% certain. And the way we do that is if you look at the invoicing video, okay, if you go and you watch the invoicing, I'm going to go over to YouTube because it's quicker, so I can get on YouTube no quicker.
I'm not up to that yet.
Well, hold on, let me show you. You're not up on YouTube yet?
No, I'm not up to the invoicing.
Okay. Well, if you go to the YouTube channel, you can just put in RBBS. You can put in and go right to what you're looking for. Invoicing. Right? You click on it. Now, if you go to the carrier invoicing videos, like you have here, these are all you. We have 1, 2. How many of these are those out? So we have at least those 2 right there on the invoicing. Okay, now those 2 on invoicing. Both these videos right here are on the invoicing. One of them is, they're both almost 2 hours long. This is 1 hour and 31 minutes, which is part of your what? How to Dispatch series. Okay, that's one that's in the How to Dispatch series. Here's one right here that we did that was doing the show 2 hours and 54 minutes long on just carrier invoicing. And one of the things,
Are your videos free on YouTube?
Of course they are. We give away, look.
Yeah.
Look, there is no other platform.
I meant your entire library's up there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a lot of people say, man, you give away, yeah. That was one of the big things that people were saying, you know, how you gonna make money if you give away all your videos? Because this is not the real value in what we offer. You know, no one else gives away more free information than we do. Okay, but if you go and you click on videos, you know, you can pull up, you know. Nobody gives away more free information than this platform does.
Well, like I was saying, I've been running everything off of my iPhone,
Yeah.
and I ended up getting another line, and the one was slow in pulling up the video the past couple of days. I didn't know if it was my Wi-Fi, but I didn't know I could access. I didn't know you had your entire library there. I thought I was paying for something.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I've got people that watch our YouTube channel because, you know, YouTube is another stream of revenue. You know, when you have these YouTube channels like this and you get a lot of people watching and stuff, advertisers, they'll pay you.
Gotcha.
You know, we get 55% of the ad revenue.
Yep.
You know, the ads that run on each one of our videos. Now, as I was saying, in the invoicing videos, we explain to you that when you are doing your invoicing, one of the things you do with the invoicing is you attach every time you send an invoice. I don't care if you invoice the same carrier 50 times on different, you know, if this is a carrier that runs loads on with you all the time. You never have a problem with them. But every time you send an invoice, you attach what? Your signed dispatch agreement that carrier signed. You attach what? Your signed rate confirmation showing that they paid up and ran that load, and you attach the BOL. Now, why do you attach those every time?
Receipt for everything.
But not only that, you attach them to the invoice when you send it over to them, because you're subconsciously, what you're telling them without coming out and saying is, don't screw me, man. Like the evidence to take you behind to, you know, wherever I need to take you to file a claim against your authority, to take you to court. You know, if you have to take somebody, if you have to sue somebody, now I would imagine you all probably would sue someone for $200 or $300, but but if you had to, and you got a signed contract, a signed dispatch agreement, you got the signed BOL and the rate confirmation showing that where it was sent through your email. That's why I tell you all to run everything through your emails. You contact the broker, have the broker email it to you, and then you email it to who? Because you're creating a paper trail, right? You're leaving the evidence is imprinted on your email. So if you have to take somebody to court, or if you have to file a claim to DOT and the Federal Motor Carrier Association and the Federal Bond Service against a carrier's authority, you file a claim to have the authority revoked for non-payment of contract. DOT takes that stuff kind of serious. Federal Bond Service certainly do. Now, you may not get their authority revoked on one instance, but if they got a habit of this, guess what's going to happen? You know, DOT, Federal Motor Carrier Association, and definitely the Federal Bond Service, they're going to take some action, right? Because he is operating outside of accordance with his bond agreement and his authority agreement. Okay? So if you got that stuff that's signed and you can pull up the email showing the way it ran through your email, then you got him. There's a judge or any type of authority anywhere on the face of the planet that wouldn't rule in your favor because you got everything you need. Okay? And subconsciously, when you send that over to them, you know, nobody in their right mind is going to get an invoice saying that I owe you, you know, $300, and they got attached to it a dispatch agreement with your signature on it. They got attached to it a rate con with your signature on it. They got attached to it a BOL that you know you ran that's got the signature of the receiver that received it. Everything's on there. So they see that, so yeah, I better pay this one. You got all this evidence right here. You know, that's basically what you're telling them, right? I mean, you're doing it in a very subtle, you know, non-confrontational way. You know, and you're gonna do that every time you send your invoice out. You're not gonna say, well, this carrier's been paying me good, I'm not gonna send it with this. No. Get in the habit of doing it every single time. And if you're using the square like we suggest you use, it's very easy to do because it's in your email, right? You can download it, save it to your computer. You go to Square, and then the thing pops up down and says attach. You know, you can click that, pull it up, attach it. Click the next one, pull it up, attach it. You know, then when you finish doing your invoice, you're seeing it sends all that to them. And when they get it, they got a nice little invoice. When they pull it up, it's got the attachments onto it and everything. And the only reason you are sending that signed dispatch agreement and that signed BOL and that signed rate con, you don't need that really to collect our payment. That's just a reminder to them that, hey, we got a contract here. We are legally bound to each other. I fulfill my end of the deal. This is your signature that says that you will fulfill your end of the deal. That's what you're saying to them without having to actually say it. It's kind of like a nice, nasty way to remind someone that they're obligated to pay you, right? Without having to come out and say it all the time. All right, so that's why we tell you all to attach that stuff every single time. Now, is that going to prevent someone from that just want to screw you from screwing you? No.
No.
But will it lessen the chance that someone's gonna screw you? Most definitely. Right? And that's all you can really do. You know, banks don't go in and say, well, my bank is rob proof. No. You know, you can have armed guards out and all that type of stuff, and they're visible, but would that stop someone that's really just hell bent on robbing that bank? No. Right? But will it make someone who was thinking about it think twice about it? Yeah. And that's all you do. But that's what it means to be in business. If being in business didn't have a certain risk level to it, everybody would run their own businesses. Some people are just not comfortable with risk at all. So they like, you know, go work at a factory. I put in my 8 hours. I'm gonna get my, you know, my $300. You know, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep my same $300. You know, my $200, $100 a day, or whatever it is. Why? Because there's no risk, you know, with that. But if you wanna, in order to make great gains, you gotta take risks, right? You gotta take higher and higher risks. That's just how it is. You know, I stay up at night putting together platforms, these business models, and I lose sleep, and you know, I don't work any other job. This is all I do. So, but I'm taking a much bigger risk. I put money out there to create this platform and pay for stuff every month. to the tune of close to $6,000 a month, that's a risk with no guarantees that I'm going to get people to sign up for the platform, with no guarantees that people are going to show up and watch the videos, with no guarantees that does it. But because of the level of risk and the level of commitment combined with that, I've created a situation to where, I have a nice 6-figure income that comes in. Now, some would say, yeah, but it's not guaranteed. But then others would say, yeah, but he's been doing that now for the last 3 years straight. You see the difference? Darren, you know what I'm talking about, right? There's no guarantees for what you do, but you're doing a hell of a lot better than you were when you was working another job before you put that down to do this full time, right?
Right, correct.
Exactly. In order to put yourself in a comfortable situation, you have to operate in the uncomfortable situations. You can't make this kind of money being comfortable. If you want to be comfortable, you got to work in uncomfortable situations.
I was asking the question because in reference to, let's say, what I do know, and that's,
look.
Everything is ironclad through different types of content.
I give long-winded answers because I'm not just doing this for you specifically. I give long-winded the answers because there's an audience factor. We've got on here right now, we got close to about 40, 50 people on here right now, just live and interactive. If we was live on Facebook, we have another 300 to 600 people who will be watching us on Facebook. And when I put it on YouTube, I've got 5.19K subscribers. Got over 5,000 subscribers who are gonna be watching this. So there's an audience factor, there's an entertainment factor, there's a, so I have to be both, teacher, entertainer, have to be charismatic, all that stuff goes into play when you're on this side of it and you're giving and you're controlling or you're running, the webinar. And those of you who have come on the students training students Monday night sometime, you see how difficult that is, right? Because there's a lot of times when you have one of the students conducting, they're not used to this type of thing. There's a lot of dead space and silent space. There's a lot of, very awkward moments where there's nobody saying anything, nobody's asking anything, because they don't know how to fill in that dead space and the silent space until someone decides that they want to ask a question or someone decides that they want to get involved. But until that time comes, you got to carry the webinar. You got to carry the conversation. You got to carry the show. So that's why my answers are the way they are. I'm just letting y'all know that that's how because at some point in time, you always get to the point where you'll start doing your own thing. You'll start conducting your own seminars and webinars and stuff. But when you do that, you got to know how to carry it. You got to know how to make the broadcast stay continuous and there's no awkward dead space or downtime and that type of thing. All right. But good question though. Okay. All right. Real quick here. My battery power just let me know that we're about out of time. So what am I down to? Oh, I'm down to 14%. All right. Let's do this. Real quick. There have been some updates to the Assurance USA. I don't know if y'all noticed that we've done some updates to this. After speaking with Mr. Israel on my corporate staff and Melvin Yeomans, who is the insurance guy on our staff, on my corporate staff, we all came to the same conclusion, and I was thinking the same thing myself, that we need to try and stay out of the eyes of the insurance industry as much as possible because we are not insurance. And we don't want the insurance oversight people to look at us and say, yeah, you're not insurance, but you're sure acting like an insurance company. You may not be insurance, but you sure acting like an insurance company. So guess what? We want you to be insurance, right? So you want to
Sounds like a duck.
Yeah. So what we did was we made some key changes to our terminology, to some things that we put in, and you all notice here we've gone from an agency to a membership to an association. Okay, it's now the Assurance USA Compensation Enhancement Assurance Association. Right? You notice here the claims department has become benefits payment requests. Right?
Oh.
We're not using the word claims. We're not using the word policyholders anymore. We use compensation enhancement assurance benefits. You know, we are the America's trucking industry's first and only membership providing compensation enhancement assurance benefits to our members. Is basically what we're doing now, enhancing owner operators' bottom line. So we made some key changes to some stuff, right? And if you notice over here, it says now we have this right on the site that goes on and says Assurance USA, a compensation enhancement assurance benefits membership. What is it and how does it work? They click on that, it opens up and it tells them. And we did some revisions to this right here. Check my time, 12%. We did some revisions to this assurance compensation enhancement assurance benefits membership. You know, this is it. We are America's trucking industry's first and only provider of a compensation enhancement assurance member benefits program designed to enhance owner operators' bottom line. As compensation enhancement assurance membership participants, owner operators will have the ability to submit a request for a rate enhancement benefit payment. No more assurance policy and anything like that. And receive up to an additional $1 per mile for the low rate loads they elect to run for a given week. This enhancement is paid directly to the members upon weekly filings. Now, we did have the word claims here because we can still use it there. Claims for their subpar loads, usually within the same week. Just one claim a week, 700, whatever this and that. But we've changed all of the key words that reflect us operating as an insurance company when we're not an insurance company. We are assurance, and by changing this to a membership, to almost like a membership to an elite club or membership to an association, then we can avoid the improprieties of even looking like we are operating as an insurance company. With that same right, your agencies won't be called agencies. Okay. We've kind of dabbled around what word we're going to use for it. And the best word that we come up with is you all will have chapters. You all will be chapter owners, like the Texas chapter, the Florida chapter, the New York chapter, you know what I'm saying? So you'll be chapters of an association. Okay. And you all will own your chapters, of your association. So that's what we are playing around with right now for what we can call you all. But basically, you're still owning your own. I mean, you're an agency, but we're not going to call you an agency. Okay. So, but you're going to be chapters owners, and you still are going to have to, in order to use, the platform that we've created, you're still going to have to pay a license, what's called fee and your usage fee and that type of thing. But you're going to be chapters instead of agencies. Okay. And the people that are working in your chapters, they're going to be assurance benefits specialists, not agents. Okay. You're friendly, you're knowledgeable, friendly assurance benefits specialists, member specialists. Okay. So there's some different ways of saying things, different terminology, and it gives you some different ways and stuff here. You notice here we also added down 10%. We also added the extra thing to load up the extra supporting documents right here, here, and here, and here. We changed some wording up here. Now this is the primary payment request documentation. This is the supporting payment request documentation down here. So you put your primary up here, which is the load you're claiming, and then you got your supporting documents down here, your other 2 loads that show that you ran at least 2 other loads that ran above what the subpar rate. But y'all can go through it and you'll see it. We made the corrections on the bill of lading instead of bill of landings. We made all those corrections on everything. So, but y'all can go through it and kind of look through it and see the changes that we made to just kind of keep us out of trouble and keep us from out of the eyes of those that are in power to say that, well, because you operate like this, you got to have a certain license. You can't be an agent without passing a Series 6 or a Series 5 or a Series 7. We don't want y'all to have to go through all that mess. Okay?
Kind of like putting lipstick on a pig, right?
There you go. You're exactly right. You gotta dress it up. we gotta dress it up.
I think we lost.
Yep. It was down to 12%.
It was a good session.
Yeah.
I'm a little leery about that assurance. That's the first thing that came across my mind. Insurance corruption is not cool. I think I'll stay with trucks myself.
Yeah. Like the word policy and agent, I knew that was going to be a problem. The name would have to change like to analyst, instead of policies. You know what I mean?
But it's not just the word. I mean, the Security and Exchange Commissions are going to be looking a little bit deeper than that. Where do you lead this person to? That's my opinion. But I could be wrong. I'm still a new Jap, and I'm just learning. And I'm glad to be here. And
well, I'm glad you're here too.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
The great thing about it is we're on the ground level, so we're gonna see how far this goes.
Yeah, there you
go. You're in a great place at a great time.
Take care now.
All right, have a great week.
Hey, Mo.
Yo.
Hey, have you gotten your straight dispatch yet?
A straight dispatch, yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you rolling in, huh?
I mean, not bad.
Yeah.
Trucks, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well,
are the drivers paying? Are the drivers paying you?
Are the drivers paying you? Yeah, the carriers. Yeah. The drivers don't pay anyone else. Once you finish your invoice, you send it out. They pay you directly.
I mean, how quickly do you get it?
Well, if the driver has a factoring company, and you have a good rapport with them, they pay you, right away. Just as soon as they get paid, they turn around and pay you. But I have a guy in Texas. He doesn't always normally tell me, well, I'll pay you on this day, on that day, because he's working with another person and an account. So it's something you have to work out. But most of them pay you the moment that they get paid, because when you have your Square account and you send it to them, it's so easy. All they have to use is a credit card or a debit card and pay you right away, And everything is laid out for them. Yeah. And also, if it's someone that you have on a regular, you can put them on a reoccurring payment. So therefore, you do business with them for a second time, automatically it gives you the authority to bill them again. Hey, Calvin's back.
Yeah. All right.
Like that.
All right. So sorry about that. We got disconnected and my power kind of got low and it kind of beat me out. But let's get back in. Let's wrap this up. I've got someone on the phone waiting on me, and we were not going to be on here all night anyway. All right, so
Like last night.
are y'all still able to see my screen?
No, we're seeing you.
No,
I'm seeing you.
Yeah,
I
hold on.
see you.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
All right, there we go. We're back. All right. So as I was saying, we've changed the wording on the Assurance USA to reflect that we are not an insurance company. We are not operating in the manner of an insurance company. So therefore, we should be able to avoid the pitfalls that befalls the insurance companies. So the owner operators are basically they're entering into a membership, and with membership comes what? Y'all know the old saying. What's that old commercial? Membership has this what?
Privilege.
Benefits.
Yeah, membership has this privilege. Membership has this benefits. So that's what we are. We've created an association, and then owner operators can join that association by paying their minimum membership qualifier of that 10K, and then paying their monthly membership dues instead of paying what? Premiums, right? So the wordings have just been changed. Yeah, it's been changed to like membership dues. As you see here, the wording has changed from to a membership account minimum qualifier enrollment. Enroll into the program is required to be eligible to participate in the membership benefits reward program. Okay, that enrollment is 10K. Monthly dues range from $433 monthly to $833 monthly. And you got a little disclaimer down here, the $833 monthly for 12 months is required before benefits eligibility is granted for members who are either unable to obtain financing or unable to meet the enrollment requirement. In bold writing, this is not insurance, therefore no deductible. Our knowledgeable, friendly assurance benefit specialists are prepared and able to assist you with the financing of the memberships account qualifier enrollment. We have established agreements with an array of financial lending partners to provide a number of financial lending options with repayment plans that can be conveniently included as part of your monthly membership plan. Our financial partners include, factoring companies, business loan specialists, business lines of credit lenders, revenue advanced loan lenders, equipment finance specialists, and credit card providers. So everything has been switched over to reflect that we are an association, and those owner operators would join as members to that association, and you all are chapters of the association. You are owners. You all would be owners. Those of you who want to be owners, who elect to be owners, will be the owners. Will be the chapters, owner of the chapters of the association in your state. And those of you who are wanting to just, write the memberships, you're going to be members. Membership specialists, so that's all it is.
How you feel about the title analyst in addition to specialist? You don't think specialist is going to bring
an analyst? No, I mean a specialist.
Because my tax, the person who does my tax, they call itself an analysis rather than a CPA, because it's related to but not official. You're a specialist.
Well,
does not tie into the same thing as an expert.
Well, it doesn't matter whether we call yourself an expert or a specialist or an analyst, as long as we don't call you an agent.
An agent.
So the insurance has what? Insurance what? Agencies.
Agencies.
Right?
Yeah. But analyst also kind of moves towards the area in terms of investment and investment planning. So it
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
you don't want to give them any reason to to start crawling all up our butt. Say, well, you know, you call yourself this, so we got to do this. You call yourself this, so you got to do that. So we just call ourselves a specialist. A specialist can be anybody.
Anybody, got you.
You know, I specialize in cooking. I specialize in BS. I specialize in, I specialize in a lot of things. But I'm not an agent. You know, this is not an agency.
Got you.
So, that's what we want to avoid. Okay, that's what we want to avoid. And if you know, because I kind of got the feeling that if we were to proceed with our previous, you know, titles and previous, you know, terms and things, we probably make it a year before someone challenged us. Because we're looking at, you know, putting it into circulation that first year,
a whole lot of money. Yeah.
Close to, if not more than $1 billion.
Yeah.
So that was going to raise a lot of eyebrows.
Yes, it will.
Be a challenge. Now, with us not calling ourselves anything that closely resembles that industry, we'll probably run about 3 or 4 years before we actually, someone actually says, oh, okay, but by that time it won't matter, right? It won't really matter by that time. Because by that time, you've become so ingrained into the trucking industry and so much money gets in circulation, no one really wants to disrupt that. You understand what I'm saying? Because then we have the public sentiment behind us and the support behind us to, and that will help us to ward off any challenges by itself. All right. With that being said, we're gonna call it a night. I promised my wife that I was gonna be off the stage before 10 o'clock. I told her by 9:45 because last night we stayed on here till 12:30, 12:45. You know, we was on here for a long time last night.
Yeah, we was on Gilligan's Island and everything.
Yeah, we was on about close to 5 hours last night. So I promised my wife I was not going to do that tonight. So tomorrow night is going to be all Q&A. Don't forget at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, all Q&A. Now there may come a time change for us. We will probably start doing our broadcast starting at 7. Okay, you know, just for the time change, because you know I have to, you know, do my insulin, you know, around 10, and my wife gets real on me when I don't meet my, you know, my doctor's schedule of what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm supposed to be doing it. So to appease the boss, we're probably gonna do some rescheduling and have our broadcasts around starting at 7. I'm definitely gonna have the Monday night one starting at 7. Okay, that's the Assurance USA, because we have a lot to cover on that, because we got to get everybody up to speed. Tomorrow, all of you who have sent in your requests for your interest in becoming your chapter owners, we're gonna be pairing you all up within your state, and we're gonna be sending you all the information of those of you who are in the same state, and we're gonna be scheduling the conference calls, the Zoom meetings for the different states and all the people who are from that state. We're going to be scheduling the Zoom meetings where you all can get together and we can determine who's got what and who's ready to put up what money, who's ready to do this, who's ready to do that, and see what the percentages are. And then we're going to, you know, work that out and go with the three owners, no more than 3 owners. And then for those that are kind of, you know, not in that 3, you're going to be on like a waiting list for the states that don't have any owners, and then or the states that only have maybe 1 owner, or the states that have maybe only 1 or 2 owners. Then we'll start, you know, allowing you all who are on that waiting list, who have your funding, to go into those states and own a chapter there. Okay. So we'll start ironing all that out. So some of y'all, a lot of y'all expect to get your and check your emails like around about 2 or 3 o'clock You also have something in your email, or I may put something out to you all on your Facebook, your messenger, reach out to you all and let you all know who the other prospective owners are in your state, and then we'll schedule the time to get together to to kind of go through, who's got what, what's going to be what share percentage, each person is going to have, and that type of thing. Okay.
Sound like a winner.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all as
All
always.
right.
We'll see you all tomorrow night for Q&A.
7 o'clock.
That would be, we're gonna start at 7 on tomorrow for the Q&A,
Gotcha.
and I'll run it up until about 8:45, 9 o'clock. Try to
Got you.
get off here, at a little bit more reasonable time. All right.
Winner. All right. Have a
All
great
right,
night.
y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Have a great night.
Good night.
Yeah, I got you. One moment. Yeah, I got you. One moment. Yeah, I'm just wrapping this meeting up.